Today's been a very special day because it's been the first day that I've been back teaching gentle touch reflexology, and I love gentle touch reflexology. I was originally going to have two students who were going to be coming, and one of the ladies had to call off last minute because her grandma had a crisis, so she beautifully went to support her grandma, which meant that I had one day all with this one lady who came, and my golly, we talked at such depth about reflexology. We talked about the differences in reflexology. We talked about how some reflexologies are really hard and some are lighter, and obviously I'm practicing and teaching gentle touch reflexology, so we talked about what is that and how does that work and what are the important factors and what do you need to know before you start and what's the different types of setup things. And then we went through the reflexology routines. We talked about specifics to do with her family. We talked about various different dynamics that happen between a practitioner and a client. We talked about energy, we talked about chakras, we talked about so many interpersonal skills. We talked about some feng shui because that was appropriate to her setup. We talked about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, because that was appropriate to something that was happening with her client. We talked about how to manage difficult clients, how to be able to support very timid clients. We went through so much because it was one-to-one. So all the techniques that we did, all of the gentle touch experiences that she had that she's never had. We talked about how to do it on your hands, how to do it on your feet. We talked about all kinds of things, like how do you go back into the room to support a client after they've had their treatment, when they've done their, oh, that was blissful, and you've left the room and then you go back in. How do you do that? How do you support the client with what's happened? How do you go through all the different things that you might want to go through to do with, booking next appointments, what to expect, all sorts of just questions and things that we could go through. And because it was one-to-one, it was supposed to be two ladies, it was one. It was just marvellous. So thank you so much for my very first day back teaching gentle touch reflexology. First time in 5 years. Oh, I can't tell you how much I enjoyed it. So thank you to everybody who supported us along the way. It was amazing to be back teaching. And gentle touch reflexology, I love you.